Hello guys, my name is Peter, and welcome to 7.0, ladies and gentlemen. In this video, I'm going to tell you guys how to obtain gear, what gears you can obtain, how you can obtain it, what ways you can obtain it, and all bunch of other things about 7.0 gearing. What is the fastest way and what is the slowest way, how you get gear. So first of all, before you get started, obviously, the first thing that you need to do is complete the storyline. That's really important that you need to complete the Manon storyline in order to get yourself to level 80. When you get to level 80, you will see your gear doesn't matter, despite the fact that you have the statistics and everything, which is really great. Your set bonus won't matter. When you reaching level 76, this set bonus that I have, which was in 6.0 and it was in Onslaught, doesn't matter anymore. So keep in mind that your set bonus will be gone. So you need to obtain a new set bonus, which is going to be in another video after this one launching tomorrow, which is going to be your legendary gear and how to obtain legendary gear. But in this video, I'm going to be talking about gearing. So first of all, how you get gear. When you're completing the storyline, you will getting this gear. 318 gear. Now, as you see, my item rating is 316, which is much better, which I had before, which is the 306. Now, if you look at my gear on the previous one, as you see, you were still gaining a bit more stats when it comes to power and critical. That's also because there's an augment in it. So if I remove the augment, you will still gain a bit more power, but not that much. So, despite the fact that obviously this one is a bit better, ignore it. Doesn't matter, because that also the augment will go ahead and help on your statistics big time, but this is not required. So what is next after you got the basic gear? This is where it gets interesting. So first of all, what I require you to do is go ahead and get the first currency, which is the Medal of Commendations. How to obtain Medal of Commendations? If you're going through your Conquest tab, first of all, that's where you can get Medal of Commendations, which, as you can see, you can obtain 200 Medal of Commendations if you complete the Conquest. I already did complete the Conquest, so I'm gonna go ahead and get myself the free 20 gear. Now, the Conquest gear you can go ahead and find in the supply sections right here on top of it. This should be the Conquest area and the Conquest gear where you go ahead and get yourself Conquest. Now, this is where you can go after this and decide where to go. So here is the following option. You can go ahead and go and upgrade Conquest Gear, right? So this is where you can get the basic Conquest Gear vendor, which now, since I have 200 Medal of Commendations, now I can go ahead and buy this Medal of Commendation. Yeah, that's the one. So now I can go ahead and buy this, which is obviously free 20 rated gear. So I will go ahead and buy the free 20 rated gear next, which is from the Medal of Commendations. All you need to do is each and every single one of them. You should have enough if you complete the Conquest, because you will get 200. You should be able to go ahead and get yourself... I don't have enough space in my inventory. Oops, I did it again. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Now my item rating is 320 with the upgraded Conquest Gear. So this is where you start. You have enough, just enough to go ahead and buy yourself the basic 320 gear from Conquest. Now after this is where your choice can go. Either you can go ahead and upgrade the Conquest Gear, which you require to do the following. As you see, it requires 15 Medal of Commendations, which is, again, can come from Conquest, and 60 Aquantic Resource Matrices. This is the material that you will need as a Conquest and story player. So, if you want to go and get yourself Medal of Commendations and Aquantic Resource Matrices, you will have to go either do the following. Conquest can go ahead and give you up to 200 if you complete the Conquest, as you see. But also, if you're going to go for the solo activities, and if you go for heroic, this is where you can also get 20 Aquantic Resource Matrix from each and every single heroic. Tatooine, Voss, and also even from daily areas. If you're completing daily areas, you will also get 25 if you, for example, complete Black Hole. You can also get Reputation. You also get it from Osis as well. Events, unfortunately, you do not. On the Flashpoints, also, you do not get it. Hopefully, that will change a bit later. But so far, the only way you will obtain a Quantic Resource Matrix is if you go ahead and do daily areas, and also if you going to go ahead and do heroics. That's the only way you can get a Quantic Resource Matrixes. And as you see, for each gear piece, you will require to have 60 resource matrix in order to get this. Now, if you are going as a Conquest player, the highest Conquest Gear update that you can get is 324 rated. Now, after this is where your item rating can go higher, which if you want, you can go ahead and do Flashpoint. The way how it works, however, is a bit tricky, but I'm here to explain it. So, if you have Conquest Gear, and if you want to go to the Flashpoint Gear when we're right here, and if you want to upgrade it, you can't because obviously you don't have a Flashpoint Gear. You need to obtain a Flashpoint Gear in order to upgrade that specific Flashpoint Gear in order to get it. So, in order to get it specific. So, right now, you're going to go into a Flashpoint, which you're going to go ahead and get yourself a new gear. In that new gear, that is going to be your next item rating. So, right now, currently, if you've done your Conquest, or on my case right now, I am 320 rated gear. In order to get myself level up or to get higher, I need obviously higher item rating. The highest item rating that I can get is either, right now, two choices. Either I can go ahead and get Acquainting Matrices and Medal of Commendations and upgrade the Conquest here because I have Conquest Gear. And then I can upgrade this to 324 rated. Or the second option I can do is I can go ahead and do Flashpoints, start doing Flashpoints, because each and every boss will go ahead and contain a gear piece, and once you got that, you will need the new material again, which is, if you're going to go and let's just say you're going to the Roll in Need, this is gonna be the one which is not the Proceed Stabilizer, it's the other one. It's called Deduction Isotope Stabilizer. This is the one that you will need in order to get yourself Flashpoint Gear upgrade. This is the material that you will need, and just like on the Conquest Gear, for Flashpoint Gear, the same how it goes. So basically, you will go ahead, do a Flashpoint. Once you complete the Flashpoint, you will get a piece of gear there, or two pieces of gear there, and then you can upgrade that one, which is gonna be 322, because that's the gear you're gonna get, and you can upgrade that 322 rated gear to 324 rated gear, or 324 rated gear. And once you got that, you can upgrade it to 326, etc., etc. That's how it works. Simple as that. Now, I done an operation with this character specifically, and as you can see, I have myself some 318 and 320 rated gear. This is the 320 rated gear that I got from the operation. So my previous gear level was 318, and I got an upgraded piece, which is 320. Now, if I go into the operation vendor, now it gives me the option that I can go ahead and get it. As you see, you need the Taiwanese boots, which I have, and also you need all of the previous materials that it required. So for Flashpoints, you need 20 Acquainting Matrices and 20 Medal of Commendations, just like on the Flashpoints. But on Flashpoints, you required 50 Isotope Stabilizers. Here, you required 50 Hazardous Matter Catalyst, which only drops from Operation. Each and every single boss will go ahead and drop, I think, between 2 or 4 materials. So you will actually need to do a lot of story mode operations in order to get yourself this gear. So what is the fastest way how you can gear yourself up? I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys, because this is not gonna be an easy leveling. This is not gonna be an easy gear, and this is not gonna be an easy gear grind. In order to get yourself the fastest gear possible, Obviously, you need to do the story first. You will get yourself the 320 gear. What I would recommend straight after is you go ahead and do Conquest. Once you complete Conquest, you will get yourself the next set of gear. Job done. You can still continue and go ahead and do heroics and daily areas, because also, as you saw on the Operation Gear, it will require the Medal of Commendations and the Aquatic Resource Matrices, which is only dropping from heroics and daily areas. So you need to do it in order to get yourself the next set of gear piece upgrade. Now, in order to get those, all you need to do is just once you complete your dailies and weeklies, you're going to go ahead and either do the do options, whichever you like the most. Either you're going to go ahead and do flashpoints, or either you're going to go ahead and do story mode operations. Doesn't really matter. The only thing that is a difference is the material. So either if you're going to go ahead and go for the flashpoints, you're going to go get yourself the flashpoint materials, which is the deduction isotope stabilizers, or if you want to get yourself operations, you will get the hazardous matter catalyst, but then make sure to grab those. At the end of the day, you need to do dailies and heroics. That's not an option. That's not something that you cannot skip. You need to do daily areas and heroics almost daily in order to get yourself, or weeklies. You can do now weeklies multiple times, which I forgot to say. So if you're going to go ahead and go for your missions, which I currently have none, so let me go ahead and grab a mission. Now, if you decide to go ahead and complete, for example, war zones, you can go ahead and get yourself also Aquatic Resource Matrices. Also, you can get yourself the Tiresian one, but the Tiresian is for the PvP gear. So this is the Tiresian production Aclarent is only for PvP gear only. PvP gear is obviously in here, and in order to do that, you also need PvP gear. Obviously, if you don't have PvP gear, this won't show, and there will be no items available since you have not a single PvP gear. Now, also you can go ahead and in Starfighter, also you can get yourself items, and also you can get yourself Aquatic Resource Matrices. The way how it works, basically, if you're gonna go ahead and want to do Galactic Starfighter, you will go ahead and get yourself tech fragments, legendary emblems, but also the GSF weekly mission will go ahead and actually grant you 10 of those Aquatic Resource Matrices, which is really good. And also group ranked, of course, and weekly will go ahead and give you actually not 2 here, despite the fact that it's saying 2. Later on, this will be updated to 6 Aquatic Resource Matrices. So you can get it here. But this is not the fastest way. I would recommend, of course, PvP is not the fastest way. The fastest way, as you can see, if you do a couple heroic weeklies, you will get 40 if you do Narshada and Hoth. And also, I think you will get some on while you're doing the missions as well. So like each and every mission, I think, will give you something else, maybe tech fragments or something like that. So that is the fastest way how you can get Aquatic Resource Matrices. And of course, after that, it's up to you whenever you want to do flashpoints. On flashpoints, you will get, I done a story mode flashpoint. I got 4, I think 2 or 4 each boss that I killed. And then after that, you can go ahead and probably get yourself a gear as well. Once you get the gear, you go ahead and upgrade yourself in the vendor. So let me go ahead and summarize it to you guys, because this is a lot of information, what I just told you guys, I know. So in order to get gear, it works technically the same way how it worked in the previous system, which was 6.0. In order to get yourself a better gear, you will go ahead and item rating, you will need to go ahead and do content. Now, that content is up to you, because it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, you will go ahead and do operations or flashpoint. It will give you an upgrade. But the matter is that if you decide to do flashpoints, both flashpoints and operations, both of the set of tier gears will be different. Okay? So if you're doing a flashpoint gear, it will be the Taiwanese gear or something like that. No, sorry, that's the operation one. And the flashpoint will be something, a different name. So keep in mind, if you decide to do both of them, it will be different sets of gear. It will be an upgrade. It doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, your tier rating will be an upgrade. But keep in mind that, for example, if you want to upgrade your Taiwanese gear, which comes from operations. If you go to the Flashpoint vendor, you cannot upgrade it because that's an operation gear. That's the confusing part that a lot of people can't get. So either go with one choice that you want. The Flashpoints obviously can give you a higher item rating, which is going to be 328. The highest item rating, which it only comes from Nightmare Operations, that gives you 330 gear. But obviously not a lot of players are doing Nightmare Operations, so I would recommend to just do Master Mode Flashpoints, and in that you can get the highest rating gear, and of course you just need to go ahead and get yourself Aquatic Resource Matrices and Medal of Commendations, which are coming from Conquest and all over the area where you are going. There's no random gear drops anymore from mobs. There's no gear drop anywhere. The only way you can get yourself gear now is from these vendors, and if you're doing group activities. The solo gear grinding is basically Conquest, Heroics, daily areas. That's the only ways how you can get yourself solo gear. The rest of it, which is going to be higher item ratings, will be coming from Flashpoints and operations. That is gearing, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any questions in regards to gearing, let me know down in the comment section below. I will happily answer anybody that requires help. The next stop tomorrow, I'm going to go ahead and talk about legendary gearing and how does legendary gear work and how to obtain it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please smash the thumbs up and I will see you guys next time. Take care of yourselves.